Here's a little demonstration of my studio with my new modular setup. I'll start by playing just a little loop that was a preset on the Volca FM. Nothing fancy. And now I'm just going to play a loop on the Volca beats that I programmed a little while ago. Also nothing too fancy. Now both of the Volcas together. So both of them are using their internal sequencers, even though I'm starting and stopping them from the MPC 1000. All right, and now let's add some bells from the good old Roland D110. Just by themselves. And everything together. All right, so far this is all stuff that's kind of canned. The Volca, the bells are played through, are programmed into the sequencer, played by the D110. And now let's move on to the modular. So the modular rig has a clock interface that I just finished today, and that can be set to sending out analog trigger pulses in quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. Right now it's sending them out in eighth notes. Well, right now it's stopped because the sequencer isn't running, but as soon as I turn this on, little LED is indicating quarter notes, eighth notes. All right, so let's unmute this and deconstruct what is happening here. So I'm turning the sequencer back on. Now the sound that is being played right now is sequenced by this Mochica, I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's a sequencer and synthesizer, but I'm only using the sequencer part. It's sequencing the two VCOs. Actually, it's only outputting control voltage, pitch control voltage, to control the two VCOs and this homemade synthesizer. Oh, by the way, there's a little bit of an echo from an effects device. The two oscillators are mixed together and go into an MS-20 filter clone down here. And the interesting parts about this is the filter is modulated by this pretty cool VCO, although it's right now not voltage controlled. It's just a steady triangle wave that is controlling the filter, and there's also an envelope that is controlling the filter, and this envelope is pulsed by the clock here and is making the little twitchy noise of the filter. And then the filter is patched into a mixer here. The mixer is channel 4. It's currently completely dialed up. Goes into the VCA here, and the gate of the VCA comes from the envelope generator, which is again controlled by the clock here. Now, on channel 1 of this mixer, I have a little bit of noise so that I can make this very percussive sounding And on channel 3, I have another neat little trick. Here's another MS-20 filter clone that is currently has the sine output of the LFO pitched into the pitch input. Resonance is dialed all the way up. Frequency is dialed kind of halfway up to get a nice and decent audio range. And then I'm also adding a ramp output of the LFO into the CV input of the filter. And this is what this sounds like. Slightly pulsed siren. And while this sounds a little weird by itself, once this is all together with the other instruments, this actually will sound really cool. So I'll just dial these things down again. I'll just leave this up. And I'm going to turn all the channels back on. And now this is what it sounds like when we have this playing. Right now there's no noise and no filter sweeps. Oh, I forgot to mention that I also put in a little live drum set. Of course, it's not a live drum set, it's a sampled live kit, but it sounds pretty damn good. Alright, so now I'm unmuting all these things again. So now that we can hear everything except for the noise and the filter sweeps. Now I'm adding the noise in.